And we are live from Morgantown Ice Arena. I'm your host, Quinn Kuski, alongside of my co-host, Scotty Samples, as your West Virginia Mountaineers take on Duquesne. And Scotty, this is a big game here. We got two teams coming in really hot. Duquesne is on a 4-game win streak. West Virginia just tromped over the Mercyhurst Lakers last weekend, beat them twice handedly. So two hot teams coming in here, really looking to climb this division. West Virginia wins this game, you're looking at potentially being third in the CHMA, and that's a big deal.
It is a big deal. We're coming off a big weekend against Mercyhurst. We're going against a hot team against Duquesne, and we're hot too. We just need to play our game, and hopefully we'll win this game.
Yeah, and I was looking at the lineup today, and something really caught my eye immediately. Chris Henry and Joe Henry in the starting lineup, or not in the starting lineup, they're in the third line together, though. That's the key, is the twins together.
The twins.
Are they West Virginia Sedin twins?
We'll see what happens tonight. I mean, one's 55, one's 44, almost like 22, 33 against like the Sedins. We'll see what happens. We'll see if that brother connection, that twin connection happens.
Yeah, we'll see. And I mean, I know I actually had a conversation with the Henry's father last weekend before the second game against Mercyhurst, and they said the biggest mistake West Virginia was making was not putting them on the same line. Well, now they are. So now there's no excuses. Let's produce.
We're gonna have some fireworks on that line, definitely.
Yeah, and I mean, and they're playing with Molesky, who's been on fire. It seems like anytime Molesky's on the ice, scoring chances follow. You put him with some twins that already have like a connection. They don't even have to look at each other. They're telepathic, you know. It's like the X-Men are with Molesky.
Almost like the Avengers, right?
That's right. And that means that it's endgame for Duquesne.
Oh, great reference there. I love that.
And with the conclusion of the national anthem, we are just moments away from puck drop. West Virginia trotting out the Marin Grandi Graham line. And congratulations to Patrick Graham, one of the top 3 stars of the week in the CHMA as a freshman. Big deal.
He had a good weekend.
2 goals and an assist.
I mean, it's a good weekend.
Scored all you can ask for. In 2 games.
That's all you can ask for.
Yeah, and he
also like to give a
some beauties as well.
Oh, yeah. Also like to give a shout out to Chris Henry. He had 3 goals that weekend. I believe he had 1 assist, but yeah, it was a good weekend for both of them. Both freshmen. Well, Chris Henry's a sophomore, I believe. My bad.
Yeah, West Virginia, like I said, Marin, Grandi, Graham, starting 3. Back behind him is going to be Watson and Grata. And we are geared up to get underway. Both teams approaching the face-off circle.
Gonna need a big face-off win here just to set the tone.
Face-off taken by Duquesne. And immediately it's jammed up along the boards, and West Virginia sends it deep into their zone. Bolduc there, closing in, trying to pinch in to help. But Duquesne able to come the other way, and they'll send it all the way down for what should and will be an icing.
Good little pinch by Bolduc there. cause that icing.
Yeah, immediately forced a little bit of pressure that Duquesne wasn't expecting. Errant pass and an ice down the ice.
Yep.
Sounds weird to say an ice down the ice. It's technically the correct terminology.
Say that 10 times fast.
Yeah. Face off there, battled for in the far side corner. There it comes free. Working it along there is Grandy. Comes back to the blue line and backhanded along, but the Dukes take it back. And now all the way down it goes again. It would have been an icing, but that puck's not moving fast enough. And now West Virginia has to fight for it in their own, behind their own net, and Grant pulls it away. Grant plays it off there. It's taken on by Grandy. Now a chip along and back to Grant. And Grant will just dump it in as West Virginia gets their defenseman a much-needed change. Now that puck battled for a near side corner. A couple bodies go to ice. Well, that puck stays in the corner. Now the puck flips corners and it's scrummed for along now the far side wall and winds up out in front of the net, but the only player there is the Duquesne defense. Now West Virginia trying to work one out in front, but that one goes awry. And it comes back free for Stokes to send it in deep. He works it free for Viernway. He tries to put one on frame, but it flips away. Now back to the blue line. A shot there from Hickey. Doesn't find its way through. A rebound try. I'm not sure that got through either. Stokes now backhands it along the board. Viernway with it. He tries to send one out in front, but that one flips over to Duquesne, and they'll send it back the other way. It's back to center where Stokes sends it back in deep. Now Duquesne looks for a lead pass. They'll just chip it ahead as they need to change themselves. And back after it comes West Virginia in the form of Watts. West Virginia with it along their own boards. Now it comes free far wall as Duquesne works it the other way. Molesky tries to pinch in there, but a pass slips through, and now here comes Duquesne with a chance, and a pass out in front. Jammed that down low, but Huff able to shut the door. Another shot patted aside by Huff. And another chance, and Huff's going to dive on top of that one and hold for a draw. 5 seconds of chaos. All the calm in the world from Jake Huff.
That's a great individual effort there by Jake Huff. Also, a great first shift by Baptiste Viernway. Just a couple shots on net, found open lanes, and made great passes.
Yeah, this is my line to watch for the game. The Henrys alongside of Molesky. As with it now is Watson. Watson works it ahead for Chris Henry. But it goes back to Duquesne. There, Grotta pins a man up along the boards. Molesky comes along to help and comes away with possession, at least for the moment. Now it's battled for again, and Duquesne retains possession. But it comes free for Joe Henry. That one played by Molesky, but a high stick. And it comes back out in the center where Duquesne will take it. And it chips free, going back for it's Grotta. Grotta will play it down low for Watson. Watson takes it from behind his own net. Watson works it ahead. Joe Henry tries to backhand it out of the zone. Unsuccessful. Shot in on Huff, patted aside. And back the other way goes Chris Henry. Now back in possession of Duquesne from their own end. That pass intercepted well by West Virginia. Adamick works it ahead and sending it deep into the zone is Stauffer.
Good forecheck there.
That forecheck leads to West Virginia possession, but Stauffer trying to play it up off the boards. It winds up out of play, and we'll have a stoppage with 16:19 to go in period number 1. Face-off taking place in the neutral zone, taken initially by Duquesne. Duquesne with it from their own defensive end. A little stretch pass there. That one skips over a stick and goes down for an icing. Touched up there by Bolduc. Now, before the last face-off, Duquesne didn't make a change. So you got to think legs might be a little tired here going into this face-off coming off the icing.
Mountaineers got to take advantage of that.
It starts here with a face-off win from Grandy. You got to think he wants to get it either to Bolduc or Grant back behind him. And he does exactly that, gets it to Bolduc. Bolduc takes a shot. Now Duquesne in possession where they need to get it out of the zone before they can make a change. They get it out to center. West Virginia retains possession and they send it in deep, and Duquesne's going to get some legs onto the ice. West Virginia forcing a turnover there. Oh, almost a good help effort there from Duquesne to prevent what could have been a disastrous play for the Dukes. That puck goes in deep. Bolduc feints like he's going to chop it around the boards and backhands it along to Hickey. Hickey from behind his own net. He passes one across, finds Grandy. Grandy now back across to Graham. Graham trying to work it ahead there from Marin, but that pass just a hair off the mark. Now back with it is Grandy. Grandy looking for space to work with. Sends it over to Viernway for a shot. That one patted aside. Now this one worked in deep by Duquesne. Stopped there by Viernway on a good back check, and he takes a man out along with it. And now it's worked ahead. Grandy trying to work by.
Referee missed an interference call. Duquesne player was kicking Viernway's stick.
Viernway now back on defense. Definitely not where he's most comfortable, but he makes a good play, keeping Duquesne to the outside. West Virginia after it there. They get it at least as far out as center. But here comes Duquesne back in once more. That pass goes across the net mouth, but the Duquesne player that passed it was the only one in the zone. So it comes all the way back to Duquesne's into the ice, where West Virginia tries to regain possession. But the Dukes work it ahead once more. That pass goes across for Baraliski. Baraliski chips it ahead, and it goes off the stick of Murphy and all the way down for an icing.
Little miscommunication there by Joe Henry and Wyatt Murphy. Wyatt Murphy didn't tip that. That would have been probably almost a 2-on-1 opportunity for Joe Henry. 2-on-1 or 1-on-1 opportunity.
Murphy wins that draw over to Watson. Watson sends it around for Baraliski. Baraliski works it around for Joe. Now down it will go. This should be a West Virginia penalty, or a power play for West Virginia, penalty on Duquesne. Be my assumption it was on the stick of the Duquesne netminder and we blew it dead.
I don't know if they're calling an icing or a penalty. I don't know what's going on here.
There's no way you can call an icing on that. Duquesne goalie was fielding the puck.
I completely agree. He was fielding the puck, and like Chris Henry
had won that race clearly.
Had won that race, yeah. And
that was exactly what they did. They called an icing.
Yeah, he also tipped it above the bad officiating call by the linesman and the referee. At
least they figured it out enough to get it back to center.
Yeah.
And
they figured that one out quickly.
All's well that ends well, I guess. Icing on Duquesne. It comes back to West Virginia's offensive zone. Face off there, battled for, and it winds up coming out to center and all the way down once again. No icing this time around. And it's backhanded along for Chris Henry. Chris looking for his brother Joe, but that pass deflected, winds up on the stick of Molesky, who sends it all the way down. But Joe Henry able to win that race, but he takes a tumble. And Duquesne comes away with it. Duquesne with it at center. Good back check by West Virginia there in the form of Joe Henry, able to gain possession of it. He sent it over to his brother Chris, just slightly oh my goodness, Chris Henry levels a man, and now we have an icing.
Great hit there by Chris Henry. Almost had a brother connection too for an opportunity.
It was close. It just barely deflected off of Chris Henry's stick. I feel like he took out his anger of missing that brother connection on the Duquesne defense.
On the unfortunate Duquesne player.
Wrong place, wrong time.
Exactly.
Offensive zone draw for West Virginia, but it is won by Duquesne. Dukes with it behind their net. West Virginia able to force that turnover. Now Adamick comes into battle for it. One's backhanded, looking for Adamick. It winds up in the glove and covered for a draw. So Ashton Adamick, he's played as much defense as he has forward. He's got to be a super helpful piece to have on the forecheck, and we saw it right there, forcing that turnover behind the net.
He's a Swiss Army knife. That's all you can say. You can use him in any situation, any scenario, and he'll be useful.
Another offensive zone draw for West Virginia, once again taken by Duquesne. Another good hit from West Virginia along the boards. This one's battled for in the near side corner. Comes free, Adamick guarding the point there, and he's able to force that turnover and at least keep it in the zone a minute longer. Adamick once again trying to keep it in the zone. This time it squeaks by him though, and it comes free for Hickey. Hickey now retreats back all the way to his own end, turned it over, but he'll get the puck back on his own stick. Now Stokes plays it ahead, looking for Stauffer. Stauffer seeking his first collegiate goal, but this time he is offsides. Grandy on the draw here for West Virginia, but it is taken by Duquesne once again. That is a place Duquesne has dominated early, is that draw circle.
Yeah, West Virginia needs to figure it out and get,
well, that might work. And a big turnover wound up right on the high slot on the tape of Marin, but he can't put it home. Now Duquesne comes ahead on the counterattack. Battled for right at the bottom of your feed. Now it kicks around the glass, comes free where it's taken by Baraliski. Baraliski works it ahead for Marin. Marin goes across for Grandy. Or Graham. Graham sends it looking for Grandy. Going just a little bit too far in front of him. Duquesne from behind their own net. Grandy looking for space there, couldn't find it. It winds up back on the stick of Duquesne and now battled for in that near side corner. It's almost starting to feel like the ice is sloped that way. A lot of action happening down there. And it rings around the boards once more. And it's back on the sticks of the Dukes. Comes free to the blue line for a shot from the point through traffic. And that one winds up being held for a draw.
Great shot by Cam Grant there. Just keep it low, hopefully get a tip there. Unfortunately, we didn't get one.
Yeah, never a bad idea to take a shot if you know the goalie can't see it.
Exactly.
Never know when that grease ball named Steve Downey might be down there in front of the net.
Another great reference.
Wyatt Murphy in on the draw here. That one winds up going around the boards. Taken by Hickey, who gets pinned up against him, but he still works it in deep. But it is in Duke's possession. Duquesne works it across center. That one comes all the way in on Huff, and he's just going to pop a glove down on it and hold for a draw.
All four captains out there. Hopefully they get something done here.
A shot from the point. That one, good save there by Huff. The puck battled for. Still kind of loose. No team really gaining possession yet, as now Duquesne looks to, but unable to do so. It goes to West Virginia in the form of Murphy. Murphy's pass a bit off the mark there for Viernway. And a big hit there on Hickey. That one winds up going around the boards, where it will be collected and sent back out at least as far as center by Jukas. Back around it goes. Hickey there to settle it. Hickey looking for that stretch pass, and he has it in the form of Viernway. But back on the tape of the Duquesne Dukes it goes, skipping over the stick of Huff, maybe dangerously so, but well defended by West Virginia to help the goalie out of a tough spot. Grotta with it now, he works it ahead, looking there for Chris Henry. It comes free where it is taken by Joe Henry. Joe Henry finds Molesky. Molesky over to Grata. Now that puck wanders its way all the way into the Duquesne defensive end. And now makes its way back out across center, and here comes Duquesne back the other way. There, a pass out in front. Good play there by Chris Henry, but Duquesne with it again, still threatening. Down low into the near corner. Worked around, trying to get to it there is Chris Henry, but it does at least make its way as far out to center, even though it remained in Duquesne possession. Duquesne looking to re-get their attack started here, and maybe they will do so as they're back into the zone, trying to threaten there, but a good play by Watson to force that one awry. But now Duquesne trying to get one into the slot. They have a guy open there, but well defended. Coming back to help there was Molesky, maybe preventing a goal.
Mountaineers are playing really good, tough defense in the middle.
There is shot from the slot off the post! And Huff scrambles now to re-find his netting. As that puck wanders through, Joe Henry without a stick, he goes back and he's going to collect it now. And now it's Molesky with it as he looks to advance. 8 minutes to go in the first. Molesky through center. He's going to pass it off now for Jones. Jones wraps around looking for a pass lane out in front. Could not find Stauffer, and it winds up being a stoppage in play. Oh, you almost jinxed him there, Scotty.
Almost jinxed him there.
You talked about their defense right off the pipe.
And right off the pipe. Luckily, I didn't jinx him enough.
Face-off dueled for, and eventually it goes into the Duquesne defensive end, where it will be taken by Stauffer, at least momentarily. Now it's battled for. Adamick coming over to try and help, as this puck rings around the boards and comes free to West Virginia control in the form of Jones. Jones looking for help, and he will find it in the form of Baraliski. Now a pass back around. Adamick looking to make sure West Virginia retains possession, and he's unable to make it happen. But now, Jones coming in on the forecheck and able to strip that one away once more. Now both teams battle for it around behind the Duquesne net. Baraliski pinching in, trying to help. And it goes back around the boards once more. Now Bolduc trying to pinch in and help. Bolduc versus 3 Duquesne players, and the strength in numbers wins, at least slightly, as I thought that was going to be an icing.
Don't know why that would be a waved off ice in there.
Well, one way or the other, here comes West Virginia in the form of Grandy.
Icing calls have already been questionable, but guess we'll play on.
Now Duquesne back into the West Virginia zone, challenging Huff. That one off the side of the net, and a big hit along the boards there. That one provided by Bolduc. Now with it there, sending it across is Marin. He wanted to find Patrick Graham, and he kind of does. Now Patrick Graham with it, trying to walk his way out in front, and well defended there by Duquesne as Graham was trying to get a little slippery. Now both sides battling for it, right to the right side of the slot. Coming away with it is Duquesne. That shot from neutral comes in off the pads of Huff. And now here comes Duquesne into the slot and a shot. I think Huff chipped that one away with his glove just slightly.
Just slightly. It was good enough, though.
Another shot, that one blocked off by Stokes. Now pulling it away is Viernway. Viernway's just going to dump it in. Maybe put a little bit of water on that fire that was starting up. Now here comes Duquesne once again. Duquesne in a 2-on-1. Pass across, well defended, and dumping on top of it is Huff.
Huff with that. Oh!
And some extracurriculars after the
That
play.
guy picked the wrong fight to mess with. Hans Watson, do not mess with him.
Now, some fights you don't come away with a clear winner. Other fights you wind up with one guy on top of the other and one player loses his helmet. There's a clear winner here.
Yeah. And the Mountaineer fans are getting into it.
And I say, pretty good turnout for tonight.
It is a good turnout. Thanksgiving weekend, football game tomorrow, but it's a good turnout.
Yeah. Fans said we could stay home and watch West Virginia basketball, or we could come out and watch some hockey.
West Virginia hockey, and they made the right decision by coming to this game.
Both teams kind of waiting to see where penalties go. I would expect to see offsetting minors here. That would make sense.
I agree with that.
But I've worked that scorer's box a few times, and you never really know what they're going to say.
Especially in this league.
Yeah, when I'm sitting in the scorer's box with enough question marks to be Googling things on my phone in the rule book, that's when you know things have gotten questionable.
You got a rule book in there?
We need one. But I did learn a really interesting fun fact, something maybe you don't know. So, in the ACHA, let's say West Virginia has a penalty upcoming, so Duquesne's playing with an empty net and Duquesne scores. What happens next? So, delayed penalty, empty net goal. So Duquesne scores on West Virginia while there's a delayed penalty. One of the West Virginia players tripped a Duquesne player.
Oh, well then there's no penalty.
There is still a penalty.
Wow.
At the ACHA level, there is still a penalty.
Well, that's an interesting thing.
NCAA hockey rules state that if a goal is scored in a delayed penalty, the penalty and power play are both still in force.
Well, right now we got 4-on-4 hockey.
And that is the correct call. Yeah. Little fun fact I learned last weekend.
Well, I did not know that. It's interesting, honestly. Oh, wait. Good job, Tristan Marlinsky, for staying strong. Almost made a great play there.
Oh, and it winds up coming back to Duquesne possession, but it was close. Now Grotta trying to make a play on the back check, and I think he provided just enough pressure along with Wyatt Murphy.
Well, team effort there by Huff, Wyatt Murphy, and Vince Grotta.
Murphy trying to twist that one along. Well played by Murphy. Now he's going to pass it out in front, and it's just away from the stick. Great scoring opportunity there for West Virginia in this 4-on-4.
Great opportunity. The scoring opportunities have been very even in this period.
Delayed offsides here on Duquesne, which is going to give West Virginia a chance here to kind of get something going. That one skips away from Chris Henry, but comes free now and is taken back by West Virginia in the form of Bolduc. Bolduc unable to stay with it, but he stands his man up right at the red line. But now some players slip through, and a 2-on-1 and a shot, and they score. A pretty 2-on-1 one-timer, and Duquesne takes the 1-0 lead here in period number 1.
More perfect for them.
Yeah, nothing you can do there if you're Jake Huff.
No, nothing you can do. He's been playing great hockey tonight. He just needs to forget about that one and keep playing his game.
Yep. It's always tougher in 4-on-4. A lot more open ice, and those 2-on-1s can develop in a hurry.
Exactly.
Face-off won by West Virginia, taken by Hickey. He passes along now. There's Stokes trying to work it ahead. He does send it around the boards. Now going after it again is Grandy. Grandy in a 1-on-1 battle along the near side corner. And that one taken back by Duquesne. Dukes look to work it ahead. Well played there by Hickey. A little bit of a flop from the Duquesne forward. Refs saw through that in a hurry. And that pass just slightly off the mark, and down it will go for icing.
I don't know why that's icing. It looked like Patty Graham beat him to it, almost even tipped it behind the red line. But, again, icing calls have been questionable today.
And usually when it's that close, it is a judgment call on which player is more likely to get to it first, and the fact that it went around the boards before Grant could get to it, it would have been Duquesne on the right side of the net. Duquesne player got
benefit of the doubt on that one.
Now with it from behind his own net is Hickey. Hickey to Grandy. Grandy now accelerating through center. Works through a diving effort. Can't work through a second. Thought it could have been a potential trip, but no signal from the referee. And that one up and out of play. So a stoppage. Back to 5-on-5. And if you're West Virginia here, something to really focus on, and something that this team's kind of had an issue with is they get down on themselves if they get down early.
Yes.
It's only 1-0.
It's only 1-0. Plenty of chances. We've had the same amount of opportunities they have. Just need to get. It's only one shot, and that could have been it right there. Exactly.
That was a good chance. I would actually say, in quality of chances, West Virginia's had the better opportunities. Duquesne just put their one really good opportunity home.
Yeah, they just made the opportunity worth it, if you would say.
I mean, shots are 7-8 right now in favor of Duquesne.
It's a very equal game right now.
It's a very even game.
West Virginia's just got to find that opportunity and find that shot and bury it.
With it now is Grotta. Grotta to Jones. Jones from his own defensive end. He wraps Grotta, and now he's going to take it down the left wing boards. Grotta twists out in front and takes a shot. That one patted aside. A great individual effort there by Jones.
Yes, it was.
That puck kind of squirts its way into the slot, but the only players there are wearing black and red. And all the way down it comes for what will be an icing.
Now, that was a good icing call.
2.5 minutes to go here in period number 1. Quinn Kuski alongside Scotty Samples from Morgantown Ice Arena. Scoreline is 1-0 in favor of the Dukes. Murphy on the draw here for West Virginia. Offensive zone draw for the Mountaineers following that icing. It is taken along the far side boards and now taken back by Murphy. He tries to send one out in front. Now it's on the stick of Jukas. Jukas goes up to the blue line. There is shot through traffic, bounces around, doesn't get through. And it kicks free. Able to get back to it is West Virginia. And another shot through traffic. I don't think that one got through either. Now out in front. And not sure what the whistle is. I thought initially, I think the Duquesne goalie froze it.
Oh, helmet came off. So no change on the Dukes right now.
Bolduc there with a couple of really good shots through traffic.
2 really good shots. Someone needs to find that rebound and bury it.
Murphy on the draw once again. This time unable to win it. But it bounces around and is taken by West Virginia. Jukas unable to stay with it though, and it comes back to neutral where it's taken by Bolduc. Bolduc flips it up high and deep. It took a deflection and winds up
makes a field goal.
Too high and too deep.
Makes a field goal on that one.
That means we get 3 points, right?
If only.
Offensive zone draw here for West Virginia. Molesky unable to win it though. Duquesne has it from their own defensive end. The Dukes coming the other way. A great back check there by Molesky, and he's got a chance now. Tried to get it to Joe Henry, but it's taken back by Duquesne. Molesky trying to work it along. A little bit of rough stuff there. Then comes free to center, where Grant tries to send it in deep, but it takes a hop. Now it's Bolduc, back to Joe Henry. And now back in possession of the Dukes. Duquesne now with an opportunity on a great passing play. And a backhand shot, huge save by Huff.
Jake Huff playing out of his mind right now, making key saves when needed.
Now the Dukes looking to bring it back into the zone, and they will do so. Down low, that one up off the side of the cage and winds up back around behind. That puck comes free into the slot for a one-time shot, patted aside by Huff. A backhand try, that one goes wide. Now loose, and that one off the side. I believe that might have gotten off of Huff. Maybe off the side of the cage.
That was a kick save and a beauty by Huff there.
Another save by Huff. Padding the stat line here at the end of period number 1. Has another pass and another shot. That one saved by the blocker. Got to get it out of the zone here if you're West Virginia, and they finally do so. Chris Henry.
And a power play opportunity after Jake Huff stood on his head and made many key saves.
Man, that can build momentum in a hurry.
Builds momentum and confidence. We got the top power play out there. Hopefully they can get a chance with these 23 seconds left.
Yeah, it's tough with those power plays that get split by intermission. You want to try to get one before the break, but in this case, at least after the break, it's still a pretty good chunk of time.
Exactly.
West Virginia does win that draw.
Power play here needs to just take their time and find a good shot.
There they try to work it down low, try to jam it home. It winds up around behind and kicks free and will go all the way down. Maybe enough time for a quick rush and a shot, but it looks like Watson might just be content. Good little move there, but that will do it for period number 1. West Virginia to come back out here, period number 2. They got a minute 36 on the power play, trailing by 1. Beautiful opportunity to draw even.
Plenty of chances that we got there.
And Scotty Samples, we will be back for the start of period number 2 on the West Virginia Hockey Network. And we are back for the start of period number 2 from Morgantown Ice Arena. Quinn Kuski here alongside of Scotty Samples. West Virginia trailing by 1, but they got a minute and 36 on the power play here to start the second, Scotty.
There's enough time to get a goal here on the power play.
And
the fans are getting rowdy too.
Fans are getting rowdy, and they are all parked right behind where that Duquesne goalie is going to have to stand.
He's going to have a tough time back there. Hopefully they can get his head. Hopefully they can get into his head enough to where we can score a couple goals on him.
They got a whiteboard. If I was the Duquesne goalie, I wouldn't read what it says. Who knows what's going to come up on there?
It's not family friendly. I can tell you that.
This is a PG broadcast, and I cannot show what's on the whiteboard
or state what it's on it.
No. You got to assume West Virginia is going to go their top power play line of Watson, Grant, Molesky, Graham, and Grandy.
Yes.
That'll be how they come out to start this minute 36. Maybe let them go for about a minute, and if they can't get anything going, go to that second group.
Sorry, I'm just looking at making sure that all the people out there that you stated. Yes, Morin was out there confusing me. He gave me the switch up.
Morin said, "Forget it. 6 on 4, empty net. Let's go. Let's go get one."
And the Mountaineer fans not giving the goalie a warm welcome.
No, I mean it took them about 15 seconds. And here goes Molesky, and maybe a chance. And it's worked aside. Net's off its moorings.
And that's a great start to the power play. Get the goalie shaking a little on that one.
Yeah, I don't think it was the people on the ice that shook the goalie a little. I feel like, as a player, is it a little bit stranger if the crowd is yelling your first name? Does it throw you off maybe a little bit more than if it was your last name?
It's kind of it's the same with both. I mean, if the crowd is calling your last name, you try not to focus on it, but you can definitely hear them.
Now West Virginia trying to break back into the zone, looking for that pass across, well defended by Duquesne. All the way back down it goes with 45 to go here in the West Virginia power play. Watson with it. Now it's chipped ahead. That one all the way right back down though. And a stoppage ruling is puck played by a high stick. Defensive zone draw now for West Virginia as a result of that high stick.
I don't know what they're drawing on that whiteboard, but it cannot be friendly.
Maybe they're giving them, recommendations, Maybe they wrote an address to a house party tonight. Let them know where to go.
Little greeting card. And great shot by Baptiste Veranway.
Veranway wants another one.
Let's get a good tip shot there.
And it goes just wide.
This is the start.
And here comes Duquesne back the other way now.
It's the start the Mountaineers needed. Lots of offense, a lot of chances.
That one well played there by Huff, coming out to make sure Duquesne doesn't get possession in the offensive zone as we go back to even strength. Puck controlled by West Virginia. They played ahead for Stauffer. Stauffer trying to backhand one along, but now it's taken back by the Dukes. Duquesne with a good move through traffic and a shot, and I think maybe a piece of that gotten by Huff, but it winds up catching glass. Duquesne with it at center. Comes back all the way down to behind the Duquesne net, where the Dukes hold possession. And that one up and out of play. Referees ruled deflection, which means it will come back out.
And the Mountaineer fans letting him know that went out of play.
Yeah, that's about impossible to ignore. It's right behind you.
It's right behind you. It's loud, and I'm loving every second of it.
They have pucks. They've got pucks in their hands that they're slamming against the glass.
Weapons.
Now Duquesne coming back the other way. But on the counterattack there, at least for the moment, was West Virginia, but a slightly errant pass. But a good forced turnover, as now here comes Murphy. Murphy with a drop pass and goes back to the blue line. There, Hickey with a shot and it deflects aside. That one did get through, though. Murphy back on it. He tries to backhand one out in front for Duquesne. Now Duquesne goes and gets it around behind the net. Duquesne takes a shot there, patted aside. Now with it is Jones. Jones wraps, high slot shot. It's deflecting around, it's behind the goal. And laying down on top of it, like the princess and the pea, is the Duquesne netminder.
It's a great start for the Mountaineers. A lot of momentum, a lot of offense, and a lot of chances. It's going to get in. It's going to go in. I guarantee it.
Yeah, and it keeps this crowd that is amassed behind the Duquesne net going.
The crowd is really livened up, and there's more people in the second period.
West Virginia with it there for the moment, but now back the other way come the Dukes. Good little stop there from Watson, and it will lead to West Virginia possession, at least for a brief moment. It comes back to the blue line where it deflects around and comes to the near side wall. Now it's battled for between a few different bodies. Duquesne staying with it, a solid check there, but it stays in the Mountaineer defensive zone. Finally with it now are the Mountaineers, and they will work it ahead. That one goes across, maybe for an opportunity, as here comes West Virginia. Graham into the zone, backhand try and patted aside. That one loose in the slot, not able to get to it there is Baraliski, and now here comes Duquesne the other way. Baraliski able to body his man off of the puck, and now back the opposite way comes West Virginia, looking for a stretch pass there, trying to find Graham, unable to do so. Graham goes off for a change, and it comes back free for Baraliski.
Not enough puck luck on that. We didn't get a lucky bounce on that pass.
That one deflects around. Chris Henry
Another
finds his brother Dro. Now Molesky. That one comes free and is taken back by West Virginia in their own defensive end. Now Chris Henry with it. Plays it along and around the boards it goes for Molesky. Molesky was looking for Chris Henry there, pass just a bit too hot to handle. But a well-played puck there by Joe Henry. Gets it to his brother Chris, down low to Molesky, out to Chris! And defended away by Duquesne. Now Duquesne coming back the other way. But Molesky able to come in on the back check and take the puck back. That one comes free. Joe Henry deflects it into the zone. And there it is settled, and Duquesne comes back the other way. Duke's into the zone there. A shot patted aside by Huff. Goes up and over the net behind him, where it is still controlled by Duquesne, but now it gets kicked out all the way back to the Duquesne defensive end. Duquesne through center. Now into the zone. A great individual effort here. Now backhand passing attempt. And it winds up being well defended by West Virginia. Almost an incredible goal.
Luckily, Isaac Jones was there to intercept that pass.
Now West Virginia back the other way with an opportunity. Backhand pass, and it's just a little bit too much sauce there for Molesky to take it from Stauffer.
Stauffer needs to shoot that one.
There's Grant. Grant plays Bolduc. Bolduc sends it into the zone. There it's played off by the Duquesne netminder, and Duquesne has it in the far side corner. It comes free to the point for West Virginia to take a shot, but that one wide left. Now both sides battle for it in the corner. Now with it is Jones. Jones trying to pass it out in front, does so, shot through traffic, and that one held. And now Adamick getting into it after the whistle.
Well, extracurricular activities.
Say, coach might not love it, but the fans sure do.
But the fans do love it. Hopefully those Duquesne players don't hear what they're saying.
Yeah, let them hear it. Welcome to an away environment.
Welcome to Morgantown, more like it.
Yeah, that. Welcome to a Morgantown away environment. Now we've hit the nail.
Now we've hit the nail on the head there. Looks like we're gonna get a power play. That's what I'm talking about.
No, offsetting.
Offsetting. The clock was slow on me. Sorry, folks.
That makes a bit more sense.
Yeah, that does make.
If you're West Virginia, are you a little bit nervous going back to 4-on-4 here? That's where you gave up your goal before.
Not so. It looks like the Mountaineers have more momentum than Duquesne. They don't really have an answer for it right now.
Murphy pins his man along the boards. Duquesne tries to pull it out in front. That puck up in the air, bouncing around in the slot. It comes free to the Duquesne sticks. Stokes finishes his check there in the near side corner. West Virginia trying to keep it in the zone, unable to do so. Stokes just about committed a felony.
16 just dodged a bullet from Jeff Stokes.
Oh, and a good rebound try there, but it hops a stick. And now here comes West Virginia the other way. Yeah, if Stokes had landed that hit, he might not have been allowed in the state of Pennsylvania. Now Duquesne here with a shot, a good save there by Huff. Now maybe back the other way comes West Virginia, just skipping the stick of Murphy, and all the way down it will go for an icing. What could have been a good opportunity, just slightly missed.
Why? Just a little bad luck there on Murphy.
I gotta say, I've called a lot of West Virginia hockey. I mean, this is year 5. This is the loudest I've ever heard this building.
I will admit, this is one of the loudest I've heard it here. As a sophomore who's only been here for a little bit, this is one of the loudest I've heard it.
That pass intercepted by West Virginia, and the other way they come. They look to break into the zone. They will do so. There a shot and a big glove save, and held for a draw on a rocket of a shot from Dimitri Jukas.
The Mountaineers are buzzing. They're getting chances. They're dominating this period. Not controlling. They're dominating this period.
Now you just got to put one home.
That's all they got to do. That's the only thing they haven't checked off on the boxes yet.
The pucks are finding Tindy Leather. Now I needed to find Gold Twine. Puck around behind. Taken by Grandy. Grandy twists around, looking for help, doesn't have it. It winds up in the possession of Duquesne. Now the Dukes come the other way. 22 seconds left in 4-on-4. That shot, and they score. Duquesne with their second 4-on-4 goal of the game, and a very similar setup to the last, as they bury one with 11:57 to go in period number 2.
Just taking advantage of the opportunity. Hey, but you know what they say, 2-goal lead is the hardest lead in hockey, so we don't know what's going to happen.
The energy sure didn't leave the crowd.
No, it did not. Hopefully it didn't leave the Mountaineer bench either.
Face-off taken by Duquesne. Should have been taken by West Virginia, but now they get it. That puck worked ahead by Graham. Duquesne able to gain possession once more, though, and they'll work it ahead through center. But well defended by West Virginia, they'll take it back. West Virginia there offsides in the form of Graham, so he has to go touch back up across the blue line, and that will lead to Duquesne possession up through center. And they will pass ahead. Bolduc trying to come back and play it off. It winds up deflecting up and out of play. Duquesne goalie gave the fans a little pirouette there in the crease.
Just giving the fans what they want.
He said maybe they'll like me if I do some figure skating.
I couldn't tell if the fans liked it or disliked it.
He was provided with recognition.
A little criticism in there too.
Pass pass played across the net mouth. That one once again winding up out of play. So we'll have another draw back to 5-on-5. Face-off won by Duquesne. They have it at the blue line now. They'll send it around the boards and keep possession. Pass out in front. But it's taken once again by West Virginia. They send it all the way down for what should and will be an icing.
The brothers are finding each other. They just can't connect with the passes.
It's when you've played with one another through every level of the game. When you hit college, it's a big jump.
It is a big jump.
It's a lot faster here.
I can tell you from experience, it is.
Face-off there taken by West Virginia. They play it ahead, pass across as the Henrys look for one another, but it's off the mark. Now a bit of forecheck there from West Virginia as Chris Henry finishes his check, and that puck will go all the way down, no icing though. With it there is Hickey. Hickey plays it ahead looking for Joe Henry. That pass off the mark. Molesky looking to and does win the race. Pass out in front, but well defended there by Duquesne, and a monster hit from Joe Henry. And that'll lead to some rough stuff after the whistle. There are definitely some penalties coming here. The question is who all on.
Maybe a little more 4v4 action.
Probably not what you want if you're West Virginia.
Not so far. Hopefully the penalties will cancel each other out. We'll just have a little 5v5 action, which looks like is going to happen.
Adamick on the draw for West Virginia. He does win it, but it comes back out to center, where it is collected by Watson. Now played ahead for Adamick, and it just skips his stick. Jones now will just send it in deep. Around the boards it goes. West Virginia will get in on the forecheck. Adamick with a good play there. He kicks it over for Stauffer. Stauffer from the corner works it away for Jones. Jones tries to bank it to himself. He winds up getting it to Stauffer. Stauffer through traffic, puck bouncing around, and it just gets kicked to the side. Both sides battling for it. Comes around and back behind the net again. Another passing play. This one picked off by Stauffer. Stauffer with a shot. That one patted aside. Jones trying to find it in the slot. Stauffer does find it, and it just kicks up over the net. Stauffer with another good play, and now a penalty upcoming to West Virginia.
Don't know what the penalty could possibly be for.
I think it was something that happened just out of our vision here in this near side corner away from the play.
Oh, yeah. Forgot we couldn't see down there in that corner.
Because I saw a player for Duquesne kind of come up from that area with his arms raised.
Well, we'll see what the ref has to say.
It's definitely a West Virginia penalty.
Scoreboard has it on the wrong side.
No, they got it right. Penalties on the home side.
Oh, I'm dyslexic all of a sudden.
Face-off won by West Virginia as they get this kill underway. And they'll send it all the way down. Murphy provides a bit of forecheck there, and now he'll fall off. West Virginia may be able to get something going here shorthanded, as they will not let Duquesne even get across the red line, much less into the offensive end. West Virginia once again stifling right at that red line. Mountaineer forecheck still strong here on this kill, but maybe now Duquesne with a chance to counterattack off of it. Pass out in front, that one never put on frame. And now is battled for in that near corner. Comes back to the blue line for Duquesne. Try to work through a sea of sticks. Does so successfully. A good hit along the boards there by Grandy, and he'll send it out back at least as far as center. Now West Virginia all the way back down once again. Only 40 seconds left to kill.
It's a great PK by the Mountaineers. I don't think that Duquesne has ever gotten a shot off yet.
Oh, and that was almost a dangerous turnover by the Duquesne netminder. Grandy was just not in a position to pull the trigger right when he received it. Baraliski trying to send it all the way down once again, and it winds up going all the way back down with only 19 left to kill. Duquesne enters the zone with one last chance here. 8 seconds left on the power play. Puck winds up back around behind Huff and on West Virginia sticks, but unable to clear the zone, and we go back to even strength. There a pass back to the point. Now across to the far side circle for a shot. Deflects around. Saved by Huff. And away it goes. Here comes West Virginia back the other way. Oh, and trying to work through there was Molesky, just slightly unable to do so. But it comes free, staying in West Virginia possession as Virenway backhands one along. Now it's back with Duquesne, and they'll enter the zone once again. There a shot, patted aside by Huff, and it rings around the boards. Now taken by West Virginia, at least momentarily. Both sides battle for it, and it winds up in the Mountaineer bench and out of play.
It's a great penalty kill there by the Mountaineers. Couldn't ask for anything better on that one.
I mean, what did Duquesne have? One shot, and it was not a good one? If that?
If that. All I can tell you, most of the percentage on that power play for them was in their own zone.
Yes, it was a fantastic kill for West Virginia.
Hopefully that's the only one they have to do the entire game.
That puck comes free back to the West Virginia defensive zone. Good passing here. Will lead to a zone entry for the Mountaineers. As around the boards it goes, taken by Jones. Jones plays it down low looking for Adamick. Adamick unable to stay with it. Duquesne has it, at least for the moment, but a good West Virginia forecheck. Adamick comes over and lays some lumber.
Huge hit all by Adamick there.
But into the zone comes, oh my goodness, and another big hit. That one leveled by Cam Grant. Sends his man all the way into the boards from the slot.
Mountaineers are laying the hammer right now.
And now here comes West Virginia back the other way, maybe with a chance. The sharp angle shot, that one hopped the stick though. It winds up in the corner for Jones.
Unfortunate rolling puck on there. That was a great individual effort by Isaac Jones. And yes, and the ref's got it. Great job by the ref there.
Good call there, Scotty. Maybe we'll put you in white and black next game.
Might need it.
I'll get you the orange armbands.
I could use the money. I could use the money for it.
I'll get you your own ref outfit for Christmas.
I'm down.
You just take the ice and see if anyone says anything.
Secret Santa. I love it. Great individual effort there by number 3, Isaac Jones. Way to get into the zone. Almost made a great pass, but then set up another power play opportunity for the Mountaineers.
Yeah, and this one not going to be separated by intermission. You want to win this draw here if you're Molesky. He's unable to do so, but you want to stop this puck from leaving the zone, and West Virginia will successfully do that as it's on the stick of Grandy. Grandy from around behind passes. A good shot, and that one, a big save there by the Duquesne netminder. Pass across from Molesky. Molesky with a shot off the post! And it winds up being blown dead and absolutely should not have been.
Mountaineers need to keep working with that. Great opportunity by both Jake Molesky and Cam Grant. It's going to go in. It's going to go in.
And what a shot from Molesky.
Goalie has no clue what's coming at him.
Offensive zone draw here for Molesky. He wins this one. Takes it back with Watson. Watson passes across for Grant. Over for Molesky. Molesky takes a shot. That one blocked. Molesky passes across. That one for Grant. It just hops his stick. Now back across from Molesky. This passing connection's working between the two of them. Watson fans on the pass, and now here comes Duquesne the other way. Duquesne maybe with a shorthanded opportunity. Watson able to make up for the fan, as he's able to help the Mountaineers regain possession, but now they have to re-enter the zone. They will do so. West Virginia back in the zone. That one goes around the boards. Trying to get to it there is Graham. Graham unable to stay with it, and all the way back down it will go right on net. Huff pads it aside. West Virginia looking to work it through their defensive end. It comes down, played by Watson. Watson backhands it along there for Grandy. Grandy rings it around the boards for Watson. West Virginia 30 seconds left on the man advantage. Now Grandy enters the zone but loses possession the second he crosses that blue line.
Should be a penalty there with a high stick or a hook, something.
No penalty called. West Virginia with 15 more seconds. Official there with some choice words for number 88 for Duquesne.
Wonder what 98's complaining about. He's the one that gave the penalty to Grandy there.
I don't know, but I heard what the ref said, and I can't repeat that.
Okay, and he's going to call that.
And there's going to be a penalty on West Virginia.
That's just a horrible call. That's a horrible, horrible call. Vince Grana just going around the net with the puck. All he was doing was protecting the puck, and they're going to call that horrible call.
They gave him a boarding for it.
A boarding, or I thought it was interference, but
no, because it wasn't arms crossed. It was a board.
Don't know how it's a boarding when the dude's not even close to the boards.
Wow.
Hopefully the Mountaineer power penalty kill can do the same thing they did last time. Repeat history.
Well, they start off with a good start there, sending it all the way down.
That's a very good start.
Now Duquesne has to deal with this aggressive West Virginia forecheck as they want to re-enter the zone. And that does not work out well as West Virginia takes it and sends it all the way back to the Duquesne defensive zone. But a great glove save there by the Duquesne defenseman to stop it at their own blue line and get it all the way in. Now Duquesne looking to set up their cycle. They pass it across. Down low for a shot. Big save by Huff. Comes out, cuts off all the angles right into the chest.
Mountaineers need to anticipate that cross crease.
That was almost the exact same pass that we saw Grant and Molesky making on the West Virginia power play.
Yes, it was. Taking our notes, stealing our plays.
I was about to say, maybe Duquesne was on the bench taking notes as it was happening. Pass back to the blue line. Right at the dead center of the point now to the far side. There a shot easily patted aside from a sharp angle. Minute to go in the Duquesne power play. Now it finally comes out of the corner in Duquesne possession in the other corner. Now back up to the point. Shot through traffic. That one patted aside. Rebound try. Huff able to get there.
Great save by Huff there. Standing on his head once again. Great save.
Highway robbery. Shooting across the net mouth. Fans back here celebrating some hydration from the Duquesne netminder.
Celebrating or insulting. We don't know which.
Ain't nothing wrong with some high quality H2O. Duquesne from the point. West Virginia able to regain possession, and now an opportunity on a breakaway. Here goes Viernway with a shot. He scores! Baptiste Viernway, short-handed on the breakaway, puts it home, and West Virginia has cut this Duquesne lead in half.
Great play there. All started with Justin Hickey. He intercepted the pass, poked it to Jake Molesky. Jake Molesky, a little saucer pass to Baptiste Viernway, and Baptiste Viernway, no mistake on that breakaway. Great play by all three of them.
Yeah. It has to take A fantastic play to score shorthanded. West Virginia does it right there, and it's capped off by Viernway going 5-hole. It's 2-1 now.
There we go. And that's what we needed. That's exactly what they needed. With 2 minutes to go left in this period, 2.5 minutes left to go in this period.
Now just make sure you kill off the last 30 seconds of this penalty. It's not over yet. Murphy now sends one across the net mouth, and that could have maybe taken a funny bounce and found its way home. Now Duquesne trying to pass one into the slot. Well defended by West Virginia. It kicks into the corner. 15 seconds left in the kill. That one backhanded along, stopped at the blue line. Now intercepted by West Virginia. Maybe here they come again. That one just a little bit too far to find the stick of Murphy, but that will put West Virginia back to even strength.
Another perfect PK for the Mountaineers. Actually, more than perfect because they got a goal off of it. And the crowd is fired up after that.
This puck coming all the way down, where it will be fielded by Bolduc. Bolduc playing catch with his line mate Grant there. It finally comes out of the West Virginia defensive end, goes right back into it, but in West Virginia possession. And now here come the Mountaineers. Accelerating into the zone. Trying to come over and help there was Grandy, but unable to do so, and now the other way come the Dukes. Well defended though by Hickey. Great back
Justin
check.
Hickey and Jeff Stokes just double teamed him. That was a great job.
Now Hickey looking for that stretch pass, and it's just a hair too far, looking for Molesky. And what could have been a 2-on-1 becomes an icing.
Just a little off the mark. That's all you can say about it. There's no other words you can put into it. The Mountaineer fans letting the goalie know how they feel.
Now it's batted for around behind Huff. Under a minute to go here in period number 2. That pass goes right through the net mouth, but luckily no one able to get a stick on it. It comes all the way to the wall and all the way down. But West Virginia going to win this race. Patrick Graham. Graham able to send it off for Grandy. Now to the blue line for a shot. Graham unable to reach it off the rebound. Now Grandy back with it. And back with Duquesne, but it comes free to West Virginia at the point. Shot through traffic, deflects around. Duquesne has it, never got all the way through. Now all the way down it'll go. Duquesne blatantly winning this race, no icing. Solid hit there along the corner boards. And it comes free back for West Virginia with 12 seconds. It's enough time to get something going here. 8 to go, and into the zone they go. West Virginia looking for an opportunity into Viernway.
Gotta get a shot up here.
Got to let one go. It should flex around, and it winds up not getting through.
That's a perfect period for the Mountaineers, except for that one goal. Everything else was perfect. They got to bring that energy, motivation, and intensity in the next period.
Yeah, and West Virginia goes into intermission with all of the momentum. You got to expect them to come out in the third hot.
Yes, you do.
And so with that, we will take you to the third period, and we'll be back with it right here on the West Virginia Hockey Network.
one.
And we are back for the start of period number 3. Quinn Cuskey alongside Scotty Samples. West Virginia trailing 2-1, but a shorthanded goal there at the end of period number 2, giving them all the momentum here going into the final frame.
Yes, we got Duquesne Dukes on their heels right now. Got all the momentum on our side. Just got to take advantage of that and get a goal and tie this game up.
And Baptiste Viernway. What a finish.
He has been a man possessed right now. He's been playing great hockey. He's been flying around the ice like a jet. And yeah, and he buried it when he had his chance.
And now, we got, I feel like that Grandy and Graham have felt really close all game too.
They have.
You got to think.
And Molesky.
Here's going to be my prediction. Graham's going to get one, 14:36 to go in the frame, and then Molesky pots one with 47 seconds left in the game.
How much money are you putting on that?
I don't know what the odds are, but I'll put a 20 bang on it.
Send it out to Caesar Sportsbook?
Yeah.
Barstool Sportsbook? Okay, I love it. I'm sure they got this game on their sportsbook right now.
Always. Rough and Rowdy Sportsbook, they've got it.
They have to have it. That's a bad start. Unfortunate hook there. Hopefully, you know what? We got to go on the last PK. Let's see if we can get another one.
I think we're better shorthanded than 4-on-4. So
I agree with that.
Yeah, big kill here. West Virginia penalty kill has been hot so far tonight, and a good penalty kill can give you as much momentum as a goal.
Yes, it can. 2 for 2 on the penalty kills right now, and with the goal coming on one of those 2 penalty kills. Nothing but positivity on the penalty kill right now.
A little bit of a false start there on the draw. Now the face-off taken by Duquesne, and they'll work it around the boards. They have that cross-ice pass and a shot. That one goes just wide. It's the same pass we've seen both teams' power plays using. It led to another opportunity, but now it comes back out to the Duquesne defensive zone, and they have to work through that West Virginia forecheck to re-enter. And that West Virginia forecheck has been lethal tonight.
Yes, it has been.
Duquesne able to get through it this time, though. And they'll pass it across the net. Now, then a huge save from Huff.
Again, Jake Huff standing on his head. He's played a great game tonight.
Both sides battle for it. It comes back to the blue line for Duquesne possession. Player loses an edge, but still able to pass it along. And a big pass across net. Was off. Now it's not. Now Grata able to work it ahead. And it came to the other side. Murphy was expecting it on his left. It came on his right. And that could have been a breakaway from West Virginia.
So close, so close. Just got to take advantage of those opportunities. Maybe Jake Molesky will have one here.
Maybe here it is. Molesky working it in down low, and it gets poked off his stick. Now both sides battle for it. It comes free for Duquesne possession. And they bring it across the red line, now across the blue line and into the zone.
Good hip check by Justin Hickey there.
That pass goes across the net mouth, taken by Molesky, and here he comes back the other way. Molesky puts a move on sides. Molesky with it, takes a shot. That one doesn't go home. Viernway tries to find it, and it comes free. Gets kicked back into the slot, but now here comes Duquesne on the counterattack. Big opportunity for the Dukes. They work it across the net mouth, drop pass, maybe getting a little too cute, but it's still loose in the slot. Finally goes free to the corner. Now Duquesne looking for that pass cross ice. Well defended there, and it winds up in the net on just a really kind of chaotic bounce right as things were getting back to even strength, and Duquesne regains their 2-goal lead.
Not easy to shake that one off, regain their momentum that they had in the second period, and kind of had a little in that penalty kill. Just find their legs and get a goal.
Adam McHale on the draw for West Virginia. Plenty of time left in this game, still 17:40 in the third. That puck goes into the zone. After it there is Stauffer. Stauffer unable to work it free. It kicks around and winds up coming free for Duquesne possession. And all the way down it will go. Cam Grant collects. Grant passes across. That pass off the mark, and it takes a weird bounce. I think that went off of Huff eventually, but now comes back for Grant, who plays it into the zone. After it, there goes Jones, but taken away from him by the netminder. And comes free for Bolduc. Bolduc works it in down low. Now twisted around the zone, dropped off, and a pass back. And it's kicked away and taken by Duquesne momentarily. Back to West Virginia in the form of Adamek.
Little reverse check there by Ashton Adamek.
Adamek tried to work it free, does so, gets it to Bolduc.
It's been a good shift here by the fourth line.
Now Adamek tries to pass it out in front, but the only player there is Duquesne. Now Duquesne back into the zone. They'll just dump it in. They're exhausted. Good shift there for West Virginia. Just couldn't do anything with it. Now a poor pass leads to Duquesne possession, but a good helpful check there at least forces them from immediately entering the zone. And now here comes Graham. Graham with a shot. That one patted aside. Now here comes Berliski. Berliski with a pass across the net mouth. Net's way off its moorings. And that will be a stoppage.
Berliski with a good forecheck there. Good job stealing the puck and almost had a great cross crease opportunity. Fortunately, didn't hit it on stick.
And that's why when you're crashing the net, that sticks down on the ice. Because you never know if that puck's going to hit it.
Gotta have a strong bottom hand on that when you're going down into the net like that.
Grandy won that draw and at least worked it into the zone. There it's taken back by Duquesne. Now the Dukes work it back out as far as center, and now they look to bring it into the zone. They'll dump into the zone. And after it first is Grandy. Grandy drops it off for Marin. Marin looked to go across there for Graham, but that pass deflected, but Marin gets it back. Marin with a shot. That one rings around the boards, sent back deep by Watson, and back around the boards the other way it goes. West Virginia trying to make a line change while keeping the attack going. And now back away with it comes Duquesne. That one dumped back into the zone by Marin. Duquesne with it behind their own net. They look for a passing lane out of the zone. They find it, and it's on the stick of Joe Henry. Henry brings it into the zone. He drops it off, and a shot there from his brother. Now drop to the blue line for Watson. A shot through traffic doesn't find its way through. Molesky with a shot, and that one got through everybody but wasn't on frame. Now another shot through traffic, and it's in! Hans Watson!
His first goal is just picture perfect.
From the point, blasts it through traffic. We were just saying it's not a bad shot if the goalie can't see it. Well, he couldn't see that one.
He couldn't see that one, and it was picture perfect. Top shelf for number 9, Hans Watson.
Right where Mama keeps the peanut butter.
Or cookies.
Depends on who your mama was.
Depending on your preference.
I am not loving that there's a conversation right now with the West Virginia bench.
I'm not loving that either.
The goal has not gone up on the board yet.
No, it hasn't.
I would like to point out, if this does count, it was almost dead on the time I said it. It just wasn't the player.
Yeah.
I think I literally said 14:37. Are they saying, because I thought the shot from Watson initially came in high.
It didn't get tipped, so I don't know
Did
what
it not get tipped?
I didn't get tipped, so I don't know what they could be possibly talking about.
Could it maybe be goalie interference?
So what I'm assuming they're talking about is it's
a good goal, right?
Nope.
Wow, no goal.
No goal.
I don't know what the reasoning for that is, but
I think what they thought it was that it was a tip, and the rule is that if your stick is over the crossbar, so that's what they're calling. I do not agree with it because it did not look tipped at all. Because if it was tipped, it would have gone low and
it went in the corner.
Questionable call.
Well, Juke is trying to make up for it as he passes ahead and a backhand try. But looks like they score anyway. West Virginia buries it anyway. It is now 2-3.
They're not going to reverse that call, and Wyatt Murphy yells at the ref, and I love it.
Murphy, the captain, puts it home.
The captain line does it again, showing leadership by example. Wyatt Murphy yelled at the ref to make sure the ref knew that one was a goal.
You would have talked about momentum. As far as West Virginia is concerned, we just scored twice in 10 seconds.
Yeah. Duquesne is on their heels right now. They know this game should be tied.
West Virginia works it free now. They send it back to the blue line. Hickey passes along. Jukas with it. Jukas just has it slip past his stick, and now it comes the other way for Duquesne. The Dukes bring it into the zone. A good move by. Well defended, though, by Hickey. That one winds up in the slot. Viernway getting after it, and he'll get to it. He chips it up and along the boards, and out the center, West Virginia getting a line change.
Mountaineers need to stay tough in the middle. Jake Huff has played a great game, and they need to win this one for him.
That one comes free. Viernway trying to poke it along there for Grandy. Unable to do so. Now it's on the stick of Viernway, and he takes a shot. Now down far side corner it comes. With it there is Stokes. Stokes passes ahead. That one for Grandy. Grandy into the zone. He takes a shot. It bounces around. Comes free for Marin. Marin has his stick lifted. It kicks out to center where it's backhanded back into the zone by Bolduc. Now Duquesne with it from their own defensive end. That pass fanned on initially, but able to get the pass off, but it's turned over to Cam Grant. Grant passes ahead. Into the zone comes Graham. Graham takes a shot. I'll tell you what, the Duquesne netminder thought it was behind him.
Yeah.
That's not going to count. That's not going to count.
Goal interference, I agree.
The netminder had his helmet knocked off. He wasn't wearing a helmet when that shot came in. You
I thought there was goaltender interference, but
the Duquesne netminder did not have a helmet on.
Yeah.
And literally jumped out of the way of that.
And the ref just shoved Cam Grant.
The other thing is that play, that goal should have never happened because that play should have been blown dead the second the netminder's helmet comes off.
Refs need to get control of it. He needs to figure out what he's doing. I mean, he just shoved one of our players.
Yeah, if that it wasn't goalie interference. He took a bit of a bump, but he would have had enough time. But that little bit of a bump was in the chin, knocked his helmet off. It's the correct call, but the play should have been blown dead the second that helmet comes off. That is dangerous that a shot even came on net
but hit him
with
right
a
in the
goalie
face.
not wearing a helmet.
Ref needs to figure it out. Well, should be 3-3, but we play on. We've got all the momentum here.
That puck battled for in the corner. West Virginia pulls it free. It comes all the way back from Watson to let one go from the point.
Great tip there by Patrick Graham, and he's grabbing his helmet. That's gone. He should be gone after that. Yep, great call. There we go.
And a great job not retaliating for West Virginia, because that should now be a power play.
Great call by the ref there. Morin was almost. If this was football, that'd be a horse collar, but.
Horse collar, face mask,
something.
It was at least a personal foul, 15 yards, and an automatic first down. That much I know.
Hopefully, the West Virginia football team can do that tomorrow against Texas. Horns down.
I'm waiting because I haven't seen a penalty go up on the board yet.
I think they're discussing whether
Could it be a 5?
Could be a 5.
That'd be massive.
No,
All
that's
this momentum, and then you get a 5.
It's only a
looks
2,
it could
but
be
okay.
2.
I was wondering what they were talking about.
Shot from the blue line. Oh, it goes just wide. Huge shot there from Grant. He's got it back on his tape. Works it down low. Now it goes up for Grandy. Grandy, he takes a shot. That one patted aside, but rebound comes out. And it's on the tape of Grant. Grant with another try. That one patted aside. Rebound once more. And this one gets worked all the way back and down to the stick of Huff.
Great 2 shots by Cam Grant there as he moves with the puck around the net.
Grant now, he's going to bring it ahead himself. He enters the zone. Grant definitely feeling himself right now as he works it down low, chips it in front, and they score! West Virginia draws even in the 3rd period with a power play goal. We are tied.
Great job by that power play. I knew that power play was finally going to score. Great job by Cam Grant. Cam Grant set up that whole play, skating around the net, just moving with all of his momentum, and then Nick Grandy did no wrong by scoring that rebound goal.
Yeah, it's like we've talked about before. It's not a bad play to ever take a shot if the goalie can't see it.
It's
not a bad play to just throw one into the slot, and that's exactly what Grant did. And just like that, Duquesne forced to call a timeout.
They're on their heels. They are on their heels.
You think about it, West Virginia scored 4 goals in this period. They've just only counted 2.
They've only counted 2.
Now, one very questionable no-go call, the other one the correct call. But if you're West Virginia, we're like, we've hit Twine 4 times, and they've only counted it twice.
You just have to do it again.
And they said if we have to score 2 times for it to count once, so be it. We'll win this game anyway.
It's a big ocean of gold, a gold ocean coming at Duquesne right now. And the Mountaineer crowd is letting the goalie know that he just gave up 2 crucial goals to tie this game up.
And one of my favorite calls back when I was at games as a fan was Norfolk Admirals hockey. One of the calls that the goalie ever let in 2 goals in rapid succession, we had a guy that would stand up and he would go, 1, 2, it's all your fault. Hey, goalie. And the entire stadium would rise up and tell him that he sucked.
They do the same with the Washington Capitals games. 1, 2, 3, no matter how many goals, it's all your fault.
And that's that kind of fan interaction.